The following contest is the Women's War Games match. The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
Ladies and gentlemen, Mommy's home. Here comes Rhea Ripley.
Introducing first, from Adelaide, South Australia, Rhea Ripley!
The Nightmare has arrived at War Games.
The Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, has certainly earned her many monikers within the confines of War Games. She led her team to victory in the first ever Women's War Games match and set a standard for brutality at Survivor Series War Games.
We have seen Ripley continue to embrace her sadistic side. We've seen her become more ruthless with every passing match. And guys, that means every time Rhea Ripley steps foot inside War Games, she is more dangerous than ever.
The irresistible force.
And from San Diego, California, Nia Jax!
In all of WWE, there'll be no more dire of a situation than having to start off a War Games match where you'll soon be outnumbered.
If this situation is intimidating her, she's not showing it. She looks determined to prove that the numbers game doesn't mean a thing.
A lovely sentiment, but the cold hard truth is she's going to quickly get overwhelmed in there. I don't know how long she can endure that.
Hopefully long enough for her first teammate to join the fray and even the odds. First 2 to be locked inside as War Games ramps up.
Yeah, Cole, remember, War Games doesn't officially begin until the last contestant enters the cage.
We'll have to see if these 2 have the stamina to last until then.
Like a brick wall running into you.
Wow, elbow!
Whoa, 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 wait a second. Hoisted all the way up.
That powerbomb was absolutely worthy of both halves of its name.
Getting carried to a vulnerable position here. Oh, man, taking it to the trachea. Not looking good. In this position.
And face first into the steel. Oh, man.
And Corey, here's the key to winning a War Games match. If your team has the numbers advantage, you have to use it. No holding back, no mercy.
Absolutely. And on the opposite end, if you're on the other team, then it's all about surviving the numbers advantage. Then retaliate once you've evened things up again.
Oh, man.
Jax is showcasing her power right here.
Rhea has no answer for this onslaught from Jax.
soak up the adulation. And now placed in the corner.
Well scouted by Ripley.
Rhea isn't taking this lying down anymore.
But Ripley still has to do more to get this fully in her favor.
The count has started, and one team is about to have the odds in their favor.
Oh, he scattered that one. Gentlemen, the advantage has officially shifted.
Tossing them aside.
It wasn't the height or distance that caused the damage, but they certainly contributed.
Boom. That puts her on the offensive.
Drops an elbow. And entering into an absolute war zone, giving the troops the boost they need.
Ooh, stiff punch.
Like a brick wall running into you.
Elbow drop, big time.
Tiffany is being taken full advantage of now.
Tiffany's toughness needs to kick in here. What a press.
And she saw that coming from Jax. Goodness. Oh, they're masked. Ooh.
She gets taken into the corner. Needs to get out.
Clothesline. Off with their head. Ripley gets her back. Ah, big boots. Ooh. What a shot by Nia Jax. Annihilating offense from Nia Jax.
One attack after another from Jax.
Boom! Thanks for coming. She gets launched all the way to the other ring. Range down an elbow retaliation.
Ooh, nothing fancy with that boot.
Clothesline.
Well, that'll be the mark.
Caught an elbow to the gut for that effort. Counting down the seconds as this match gets closer to being even. Ripley can't escape this pressure.
Ripley needs to be resourceful. Find an opening.
Freed from the cage and now needs to make haste to even up the fight. Watching her prey rise. We know what she's looking for here.
Boom! Read that one. Not enough to just even the odds. She's searching for a tool to gain the advantage. And down.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
And they're not going to go into this one without a little backup in their corner.
Here comes the setup. Oh, double DDT. Looks like they are putting aside their differences for now. Wonder how long this will last.
As long as it needs to, Saxton.
That can make an opening for her.
Looks like setting up for a suplex.
To finish things off.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here? Super kick! Yes, the trash can connects.
Talk about taking out the trash.
Golly, that sounded rough. What a kick. Super kick!
Oh, catches a kick to the face.
Roundhouse.
Zoe Stark off the rope. Going up. Uh-oh.
Oh my God, that table right there. This isn't going to be pretty.
Table. Good golly, she just put her through a table.
I don't care how tough she is. Ain't nobody getting up from that.
Only seconds away from giving their team the numbers advantage.
Cracking blow from that flying trash can.
Unleashed from the cage and beelining it to give their team an edge in the match.
Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here.
Oh my God! Stark stamping an end to this. It's a matter of wills now, as these women have reached a pivotal point in this match.
No inch has been given. No relenting in sight.
Wait for it. And walking through the structure door. where nightmares become reality.
Lands the trash can. That'll leave a mark.
Super kick! Another attack to the head and looking a little dazed.
Able to prevent Rhea's attack. Destructive use of the knee. Wow, what a pump kick. She just went catapulting across that gap and into the other ring. Oh, right to the jaw. Wicked shot. And meanwhile, Charlotte face first into the chair. Got the underhook. Nice standing backbreaker and takedown. Shot block. Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee.
Escaped that in a hurry.
And there was some force on that move. Oh, a spear.
And Ripley felt every bit of that.
And seconds left before the odds are even here. You can feel it. The place is rocking.
The WWE Universe making their feelings known.
Out of the cage and rushing in to erase the numbers advantage.
Thunderous powerbomb.
Nia Jax brushes that one off.
Swinging the elbow to halt the offense.
Dropkick hits the mark.
It's absolute pandemonium in here.
And it's all because of the work all these superstars are showing.
Throwing down punches and counters out.
Both athletes showing incredible reflexes here.
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
Oh, great wherewithal there.
Both competitors showing they've studied the other's playbooks to the team.
Oh my gosh!
Ascending the War Games cage. No idea what her plan. We're going to finish it off.
Swanton bomb! And Baszler's
Look out.
Just hammering away with the rights.
Elbows right to the forehead.
nasty line. This packed house is going absolutely nuts.
They don't want this match to end. A quick reversal from her.
Getting set up in the corner now.
The first one didn't, but the second one landed.
Incredible.
The crowd is counting it down. Next entry will tip the scales in their team's favor. And her head continues to be the focus here.
That's got to be affecting her equilibrium. The holding cage has been open, and we're about to see a bit of a handicap match here, gentlemen. Attacking the core, making it harder to breathe. That's it. Zoe just ended things.
Zoe Stark off the rope.
Basement running knee. Ow! Giving her team the...
Ripley has things right where she wants them. Here we go. She's pumping herself up, reaching out for that burst of energy.
As if the numbers advantage wasn't enough.
Thunderous headbutt by... Will that stop Stratton?
Into the cage now, and the numbers advantage is locked in. Jax on the verge here.
Back elbow smash, nothing fancy. Uh-oh.
Didn't go to plan for Jax.
If you can get past the good looks, pay attention to the athleticism. Push through, Stratton bomb. That's it. Stark is out.
Top they go.
Rowdy Buster.
Vicious.
Look at this. Hair pull next.
the cage, but that makes absolutely no sense in this. Launching. Kick. Oh, shoulder breaker. That is going to hurt.
And it could be an uphill fight for Zoe.
Hard shot delivered by Tiffany. Stratton now, Stratton. Up to the top.
The Queen has this wrapped up.
Zoe's in dire straits.
Better make your way into the bedlam quickly. Your team needs you. Right now, this will do it. The prison trap is applied. She's squint and she's tapping, but it doesn't even matter. It can't save her here. And she will climb the take off.
To the gut by Ripley.
Watch out.
Chop delivered one shot, followed by natural selection.
Jax looks absolutely out of it. Absolute decimate.
There's stepping through, has it locked in, figure four. Perhaps looking for the prince, there it is.
And just like that, releasing their teammate from the hold.
She's starting, shoulders down, going for the win.
She breaks the ref's count.
Somehow still has the energy for a quick kick. Incoming!
She has it down for the count.
Let's go. Look at this! Fighting her way out. How did she break that hold? Spectacular.
Carefully doing some more damage right to her rib area.
Attacking the torso again, doing a little more damage.
Oh, God. Right to the cranium.
Scaling the war game structure.
This is not going to end well.
Here we go. Stark going for the victory. But no, helping their teammate out there.
Going down, punches and counters out. Very Stark hoisting her opponent up on the mark with Z. 360. Stark stepping into this.
Beautiful transition. And now the cover. She wins! She wins!
Here are your winners. The team of Nia Jax, Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and Becky.
That was quite the war, guys, and even though they're celebrating, you just know they're already feeling the effects of the war.
Leaving pieces of their body and soul in the ring, but the price...
The following contest is the men's WARGAMES match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. And now, let the War Games begin!
Jimmy Uso is here.
Prepare for explosive intensity.
Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso!
When you look at Jimmy Uso, you are looking at a man you want on the front lines at the start of War Games.
Jimmy Uso, he was part of the victorious Bloodline team at Survivor Series War Games, has a risk-taking mindset that can really pay dividends inside the structure.
As you mentioned, Michael, he was successful his first time around, but he's got to be careful because one mistake in War Games can be your undoing.
But Byron, you're looking at Jimmy Uso, one of the greatest tag team competitors in history. He's been to war, and he is a master at expert teamwork. When it comes to War Games, everyone else is two, and Jimmy Uso, he's the one.
Here comes the 330-pounder, Bronson Reed.
And from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
Gentlemen, this War Games match has just become bigger.
Bronson Reed stepping foot in War Games once more with a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, Bronson Reed very nearly won War Games in the past with a massive tsunami off the top of the cage through a table. But his opponents moved, and Reed suffered a debilitating injury.
Well, the bad news is Reed is healed, Reed is angry, and Reed is looking to redeem himself in this War Games match.
The first two combatants are locked in, and War Games is underway.
Definitely not an enviable position for anyone to be in.
Yes, actually, you've already gone through hell by the time the War Games officially starts.
And you don't often see someone that size get that kind of elevation. Effective counter. Sent flying over to the other ring.
Kick to the gut.
Cracked around into a neck breaker.
Jimmy gets intercepted.
Each counter leaving these competitors at a stalemate.
Ooh-wee.
Super kick! Good night.
Corey, I understand how planning ahead for a match like War Games can seem like an exercise in futility, but flying.
Beautiful senton. And he gets directed into the corner.
And Reed capitalizes there.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Power slam.
Oh no, trapping the arm. Vicious stomps to the hand.
You want to control the tempo, you want to dictate the pace. That right there is how you do it.
Bronson Reed, wasteland. Counting down the seconds until this match becomes a bit lopsided.
Lift off.
Tsunami by Bronson Reed.
Jimmy with a cause for alarm. On the loose, looking to change the landscape of this match.
Jimmy Uso getting worked on right now.
This is Uso's perseverance getting tested.
Under the apron now, looking to stack the odds even higher in their team's favor here.
He finally creates some more offense for himself.
The angry Uso looking for the upper hand. He just grabbed what could be a game changer, adding an advantage on top of an advantage.
Elbow drop.
Uh-oh.
He's already bringing the numbers advantage, but he wants something more. Oh, he timed that counter well.
And I don't like it, but in War Games, a one-sided brawl is all perfectly legal. Super kick, a double super kick.
super kick.
Boom. Super kick. Super kick. Jimmy taking a moment to see if the fans will show some love. Ooh, caught with a knee to the munch. Foot to the belly.
Super kick.
Jimmy Uso looking dangerous in there.
Jimmy Uso's getting that unstoppable look in his eyes.
Nothing fancy here. Backbreaker. Backbreaker. Time is ticking away. Shortly we'll have a fresh competitor to even the odds.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Sorely needed reinforcements about to arrive. Let's see what kind of impact they have. Just took a very unpleasant trip from ring to ring.
Never saw it coming. Kick to the abdomen and follow through with the uppercut. Boom. Dodges away. And now placed in the corner. Taking this fight to the War Games trench is going to do a lot of damage before the match even starts.
Oh, what a kick. Again to the back of the head. And
That was vicious. Jimmy with a game ender.
Top rope.
And Jimmy Uso.
Breaker's got a problem here.
Here we go. Jimmy
Top rope.
Uso splash. Will Jimmy seal this up? Drives a foot into the stomach. An unprotected shot to the head. Those could add up. Elbow throw, saying not today. There's the gut check.
ripping. Look at this crowd. It's insanity in here. Bad spear.
Terrible position for Jimmy.
Braun Breaker getting the crowd riled up right now. Free from the cage and heading toward the ring to give their team the upper hand.
A picture-perfect moonsault. As if the numbers advantage wasn't enough, looking under the ring for a weapon now. Oh, uppercut.
That'll cost some teeth.
And walking through the structure door, this is where nightmares become reality.
Logan Paul, I can't believe he's going to attempt this. There's one. Paul spins the hips. Paying homage, of course, to Eddie Guerrero. Delivers a second. And now Logan Paul looking for...
Trying to escape the cage!
Clothesline. What? Broken in half by the table.
He just put him through the table, and who knows what he's thinking now?
There are no signs of the brutality ending yet, Saxton. Reed has him up. Driven down with Wasteland. From way up.
Getting to his feet, but he doesn't know what...
And meanwhile, Breaker.
Will Breaker finish things now? Jay is out. That is it.
I can hardly hear myself think. They're bringing the house down tonight. This is unbelievable.
Across the shoulders, up and
Seconds left before the odds are even here.
hoisted up. Freed from the cage and now needs to make haste to...
That clears things for Reed.
success.
Breaker in position. Jay can seal it here.
Going up the cage now, must have some sort of strategy in mind. Into the cage, no room for error.
An absolute leap of faith as graceful top rope.
Jimmy Uso splash. Will Bronson get back up?
With authority.
He's got the support of the whole arena right now. To the jaw. And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Connects. Saw it coming. And now here's Jimmy Uso.
Boom! You saw that one coming.
Double stomp flattens the opponent.
Will Paul recover? Right hand, and there's the reverse STO.
Countdown underway. The odds about to no longer be even.
And going for body drain your opponent.
Out of the small holding cage to only make way toward the beaches of Normandy. Jay ready to end things.
Backdrop suplex. Climbing up the WarGames steel structure. Better be careful.
Setting up again.
And we see Brown.
Will that clinch things for Reed? Enters the ring and is diving head first into the chaos of this match.
You can...
Hang on just a sec.
Reed recognizing a chance to end this.
Bronson Reed. A set-out axe driver.
Can Reed close things out?
He drops.
This is nasty. So precise.
As their opponent down and drops the elbow.
Right to run into a neck breaker.
And he has an answer for Jay.
Rolling elbow finds its mark. Ouch.
Kick to the gut. Creates separation. Jay puts his double stomp.
Flattens the opponent.
Can Reed come back from that?
He's balancing on top of the cage with something dangerous in mind.
Oh my God.
You gotta be kidding me.
The amount of precision that went into landing that dive, there was absolutely no room for error there.
But I think those constant attacks to his torso.
Here we go.
Meanwhile, we have Breaker.
Braun might have brought this to a close.
He's going under the roof on the top. There's no reason to stand on a cage like this. No, 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 no.
Took a gamble there and it cost everything.
Anybody can continue after that.
He begins to climb the wall of the WarGames cage.
Right to the kidneys from behind. Oh, God.
The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now.
Hoisted up and driven down with an axe driver.
Can Reed close it out?
This is not going to be good.
Relentless.
into the cover.
The damage is done.
2. Shoulder to the face.
Brown's chances are fading. This could be it. He caught out of here.
For the cover, saving his Roman Reigns about to put his opponent away. No get. Watch out.
Just about to finish this.
Oh, he breaks the pin.
I think we know what Rollins is thinking. No!
Right to the back of the net. Can Reigns recover from that?
Can Reigns close it out?
No, stops the count at 2.
Incredible resiliency.
Unbelievable. Feeling like it's over for Breaker.
Trying to put it away. 2. What a match, but it's Jey Uso picking up the win.
You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win.
Here are your winners, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Malcolm, and Roman Reigns.
They fought hard for this victory and certainly earned it. A valiant effort from the losing team, but they just weren't good enough.
In the end, one team seemingly just wanted it more.
And that is what War Games is all about. Digging down deep, going to battle.